It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Seneca. It's estimated that the average American sees between 4,000 and 10,000 advertisements every single day.
You can do. You're throwing your money away.
Our culture, especially in America, is based on this idea of consuming more, getting more, keeping up with other people, having better stuff. And this pressure to constantly try to gain more wealth, have more money, have more stuff, impress other people really starts to weigh down on us. It starts to cause stress, anxiety, and just a litany of other problems. The I have more, so I am more mentality that is omnipresent in our society is not how humans were intended to live their lives. Spending the best time of the day and the best years of your life working for someone else to make them rich while they're extracting everything they possibly can out of you, just in turn so that you can save up as much as possible to buy more stuff just to feel better about yourself or to impress people, or honestly, a lot of the times it's for no reason at all. It's just impulse buys. The ideas of minimalism have been around pretty much throughout all of human history, but they've become a lot more relevant in the past couple years as we've become a lot more of a consumeristic society. Minimalism is pretty much just the idea of turning your back on consumerism, letting go of so many different things in our lives, the stress, the guilt, the stuff that clutters up our homes, and taking all of that time, money, and energy and funneling it into things that truly matter. While minimalism might seem difficult, especially at first, I know I thought it was, once you really start to get into it and really embody some of these characteristics, I've really seen that letting go is really that first step towards building true wealth. When we think of wealth, we often think of money, big houses, fast cars, yachts, fancy suits or watches or purses or whatever you think of. But the wealth I'm talking about here isn't really that type of wealth. It's more of what I would call a truer wealth, which is it's freedom, it's peace, it's joy, it's happiness, it's finding value and providing real value to other people, and not just so that you can have more stuff for yourself, but just you can give to other people and really be more focused on people instead of things. Before we get too far into this, I wanted to thank the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning platform that has thousands of different classes. I've even made one myself. And I've been using Skillshare for years. Honestly, I absolutely love them. I've taken a bunch of different classes. I think really investing into your mind and learning new things is like a super helpful. In the past, I've taken courses on essentialism. Right now, I'm taking one called Storytelling Through Film.
Hey everyone, my name is Thomas Daher, and I'm one of the main editors for a YouTube channel called Yes Theory.
They also have classes on productivity and pretty much anything you can think of. So if you guys haven't checked them out, it's really just a great way to invest in yourself and to learn. The first 1,000 people who use the link in my description will get a free month of Skillshare so that you can start exploring your creativity today. The first question towards finding some of this wealth that we've talked about is asking, how would my life be better with less? And that can look like a ton of different things for different people. For me, it was super clear. I had so much stuff cluttering up my home. The closets were overflowing with stuff. There was stuff on the table all the time. It was just like constantly packed. I literally couldn't shove more clothes in my closet, and yet I was still going to Marshalls and TJ Maxx and buying stuff like almost every single week. So when I initially started to go through my house and let go a lot of that physical stuff, I started to see a direct correlation inside of my head. And honestly, I think what's going on between your ears is super important. For me, I noticed a big reduction in my stress levels, because when you don't have a lot of stuff, your house is just generally cleaner because you don't have a bunch of stuff to clutter up your house. And that in turn leads to more mental clarity, which gives me more focus on things that are truly important, gives me more time. Just generally being home in a less cluttered house where everything actually serves a purpose has been a super big addition to my life. Through subtracting a lot of stuff, I have added a lot of, I think, like happiness and at least calm into my life. By the way, if you're getting any value out of this, it would really mean the world to me if you would drop a like and subscribe. I've noticed that everything that I own owns me a little bit in your head. And as you start going through and decluttering more and more stuff, and there's just bags of stuff that you're letting go of, and sentimental items that used to mean a lot, and you realize that they don't bring you any real happiness, that's a really freeing experience. And for me, at least within the first couple days, I felt a drastic difference in my overall happiness, in my overall mindset and mental clarity by letting go of just stuff. But I also had to let go in other areas of my life as well. The next thing that honestly took a lot longer to let go of was my time. Because I learned about the FIRE movement and I was trying to save up enough money that I could retire by the time I was 30, I always had this drive and goal that I need more. Doesn't matter how much money or whatever position I have at my job, I always need more. That next step up at the job so I can earn more money, the next pay raise, that side hustle, the nights, the weekends, whatever I could do, I just need more money. And as year after year went by and I earned a little bit more, and then I earned a little bit more, and then I earned a little bit more, I realized that after that baseline was met, where like I could eat and sleep somewhere and generally like survive, then more money didn't add a ton of happiness or value to my life as long as I was working more and more hours in order to get that money. So I think this is also really important to let go of this desire for more. I said no to real estate. I'd actually just gave up my real estate license. I said no to some of the side projects I was doing, construction and other things. I eventually quit my day job and I focused all of this energy that was on a million different things and narrowed it all down into one thing that was super important for me, and that was YouTube, and also doing a little acting because it's pretty fun. And as I put all that energy into one area of my life and really started to focus in, I started to find a lot more fulfillment in my day-to-day life and also a lot more freedom, because it turns out I don't need all this extra stuff. I don't need to work 80 hours a week. I can work 20 hours a week and have, totally enough to get by, because I don't have all these other needs. If my expenses are very slim because I don't need a lot of stuff to be happy and to survive, then I don't need to earn as much and I can have more time to spend with my family, to donate to my time to other people, to actually go out and travel a little bit, and to really have the opportunity to do something that I love every single day, which I probably wouldn't have this opportunity if I was caught up in having a bigger house and a bigger car and a better job. And I think it all just kind of comes back to letting go. If you enjoyed this, it would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe. Also, you can check out Skillshare with the link down in the description.